leaders of the India Alliance think that the more anti-Hindu they become, the more of the Muslim vote they will get. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, several leaders of the India Alliance have become Aurangzeb fanboys. That is my hashtag tonight, the Aurangzeb Fan Club. Now, why is the Aurangzeb Fan Club speaking for the Islamist fanatic Aurangzeb? Because they feel the more they praise Aurangzeb, the more anti-Hindu they will be seen to be, because Aurangzeb was anti-Hindu. And by becoming anti-Hindu, they will get the Muslim vote. This is their simplistic and rather stupid way of looking at things. But viewers, as India reconnects with its civilizational roots, with its Hindu civilizational roots, with the fact that Hinduism is at the core of our civilization, be it through 67 crore Hindus who attended the Mahakumbh, to the repeated electoral losses and defeats of Rahul Gandhi's anti-Hindu caste-based agenda. This anti-Hindu opposition does not know what it must do to better connect, ladies and gentlemen, with the people on the ground on a civilizational level. Which is why, with a sense of panic in search of an icon, a historical icon, which is not part of their political dynasty, they went linear and rediscovered the Mughals. Thanks to all this rubbish written by this Romila Thapar view of Indian history, thanks to the Macaulay-laden textbooks that they were fed, they have latched on to the idea in their imagination that Aurangzeb is the best personality that can represent what all of them think of when they speak about the idea of India. The opposition's newest and most radical pop icon is Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb. The entire script was ready, ladies and gentlemen. Abu Azmi, who's saying these things now, big leader of the India Alliance, big Congress party supporter, is just the symptom of a larger mindset in the population. Aurangzeb loved Hindus according to him. Aurangzeb built temples. Aurangzeb brought India's GDP to 24% of the world. It was even higher under Nehru. It's just that subsequent governments messed it up. It was all there, ready in their talking points. But what they did not expect is that while they were building up this character called Aurangzeb, they didn't expect the resurgence of the Hindu consciousness. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, if this were not 2025, if these same leftists would have had their way, there would have been at least 5 academics who would go to courts filing a defamation suit on Abu Azmi, saying, how dare Abu Azmi say India's GDP was 25% under Aurangzeb? It was even higher, according to them. The facts are there. The days of the tyranny of both Aurangzeb and those left-lib historians is over. There are many scholars from across the spectrum who are arduous students of history, who are not quote-unquote discovering India. They are recovering it from centuries of colonial rubbish. First the Mughals, then the British, and then the post-British Congress regime in India, the wannabe Brits. The question is not whether a dead Aurangzeb, what a dead Aurangzeb did 300 years ago. The question is, why are Aurangzeb apologists trying to do PR for Aurangzeb in 2025? History is written by the victors of war, they say. And for too long, this civilization was pushed into an era of darkness by its countless rulers who prevented them from speaking their lived experiences. Now when the tide has turned and the truth is coming out, and our Hindu heritage is clear to all, when Hindu pride is at a high, they get all protective about these slain invaders like Aurangzeb, who only preyed on these lands, whose only contribution to India was their own ornate tombs. No more, I say, shall we tolerate such depiction of the brave land that is known as Bharat. I also want to ask, why is Uddhav Thackeray, who wants the Muslim vote desperately, Uddhav, I know you want the Muslim vote, why are you silent on the glorification of Aurangzeb by your allies? The man who tortured Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj is being hailed as a pro-Hindu leader, and Uddhav Thackeray doesn't have the guts to talk about it. Doesn't have the guts. He's so weak, Uddhav Thackeray. Ladies and gentlemen, I always knew he was weak. He's a weak leader, a weak man, ladies and gentlemen. But now he won't even talk about this. So I want to say at the very end today, ladies and gentlemen, this Aurangzeb fan club has to be taken to task.